Welcome to Catholic News Roundup. I'm Christine Niles. Here are this week's top stories. UK police are paying £13,000 to a pro-life Catholic arrested for praying outside an abortion mill. Isabel Von Spruce sued West Midlands police after they arrested her twice, claiming her silent prayer in an abortion buffer zone was illegal.
Is you standing here part of the protest?
No, I'm not protesting.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public space protection?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with the Public Spaces Protection Order, which is...
Police eventually dropped the charges, apologized, and paid compensation. Von Spruce commented last year on the charges.
It's unbelievable that police would seriously be trying to clamp down on what people are thinking, to be actually quizzing them, to be asking them, what were you thinking about? What were you praying about as you were standing silently somewhere? But this is the reality. This is what's happening. Thought is becoming a crime.
In other news, yet more pro-lifers are facing jail time. 7 pro-life activists were sentenced in Michigan this week to up to 10 years in prison over a peaceful protest in Detroit. The group includes 89-year-old Eva Adel, a survivor of a communist death camp in Yugoslavia as a child. Several years ago, she spoke about potential prison time.
I'm not afraid, because I know God is sufficient in all situations. But I fear for this country. If we do not turn around and say, God, we're sorry, and outlaw abortion again, we will go the way of Nazi Germany. They killed 6 million Jews. We have killed over 60 million in surgical abortions. That doesn't even count the chemical abortions.
Adel said during her recent trial, "We need suffering in our lives in order to be purified and not feel sorry about ourselves." After 90-plus attacks on pregnancy centers since 2022, the DOJ has prosecuted only 5 abortion activists, while going after 55 pro-lifers. In related news, Donald Trump is clarifying remarks he made appearing to cave to the abortion lobby. On Friday, Trump posted on social media, "My administration will be great for women and their reproductive rights." Pro-lifers were quick to criticize, including Seth Dillon, founder of the Babylon Bee, who tweeted, 71% of conservative Republicans think abortion should be illegal in all or most cases. Does Trump need their votes? Tony Perkins, founder of Family Research Council, commented, "Trump is not only suppressing his own support, he is going to hurt the vast majority of Republican candidates who are 100% pro-life." After backlash, Trump clarified he was referring to in vitro fertilization.
Very good. I'm very strong on women's reproductive rights. The IVF, very strong. I mean, we're leaders in it. And I think people are seeing that, and votes are being taken, and that's what they've wanted for years. For 52 years, they've wanted votes to be taken by the states.
Catholic running mate J.D. Vance has opposed IVF as it violates church teaching, but recently noted, quote, "There are a lot of things the Catholic Church teaches that, frankly, Americans would just never go for." And turning to the assassination attempt, at least 5 Secret Service agents have been suspended. This includes the special agent in charge in the Pittsburgh field office, along with 3 other agents from that office, and a member of Trump's security detail. But a whistleblower is putting the blame on top brass. According to Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, a whistleblower revealed that Secret Service headquarters effectively denied additional security assets for Trump's Butler, Pennsylvania rally, contradicting what Acting Director Ronald Rowe claimed in his July 30th Senate testimony.
It is accurate that the Trump team had not asked for additional security and had not been rebuffed.
If you're talking about Butler, Pennsylvania, all assets requested were approved. If you're talking about the media reporting of assets requested, There were times when assets were unavailable and not able to be filled, and those gaps were staffed with state and local law enforcement tactical assets.
In a Friday letter, Hawley insisted, "Your actions to place some field agents on leave are not enough." These serious allegations suggest that the failures to protect the former president extended to top officials at the agency. Texas Congressman Chip Roy weighed in.
41 days later, it is taking too long for us to get to the bottom of the fact that the former president of the United States, again, was shot. We cannot let that just slide away. It's not just incompetence. The incompetence is extraordinary. The DEI rules in Secret Service, the fact that they didn't have people there, all the stuff I just talked about, all incompetence. But it actually starts to look like willful blindness and the fact that they actually didn't want to have all of the right assets there. We need to get the bottom of it. We need to seek the truth wherever it may lead.
In major news, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is dropping out of swing states to endorse Trump. RFK has been a massive critic of pandemic measures and forced jabs, big pharma and government corruption, and media censorship.
The whole basis of American democracy is the free flow of information. And we know that a government that can silence its opponents has license for any kind of atrocity. And can you think of any time that you can look back in history and say that the people who were censoring were the good guys? They're always the bad guys, because it's always the first step down that slippery slope to totalitarianism.
Trump also announced he'd establish a commission to release all remaining files on the assassination attempt of Robert's father, John F. Kennedy, widely believed to have been killed with the help of the CIA.
He lost his father and uncle in service to our country, and Bobby himself was subject to repeated threats to his safety during the course of his campaign while being denied protection by the Harris-Biden administration. And this is a tribute in honor of Bobby. I am announcing tonight that upon my election, I will establish a new independent presidential commission on assassination attempts. And they will be tasked with releasing all of the remaining documents pertaining to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
And the body of a famous black nun has been confirmed incorrupt. The Diocese of Kansas City St. Joseph recently announced a medical exam confirming Sister Wilhelmina remains miraculously preserved. She was the founder of the Benedictines of Mary, Queen of Apostles, and died in 2019. She was buried without any embalming in an unsealed wooden casket in damp earth. On April 28, 2023, she was exhumed, only for the nuns to discover her body had been miraculously preserved. The exam notes that Sister Wilhelmina's body shows no signs of decomposition, including the habit in which she was buried. Bishop James Johnston said, "I pray that Sister Wilhelmina's story continues to open hearts to love for our Lord and Our Lady." New evidence is confirming the authenticity of the Shroud of Turin. Italian researchers tested a portion of the burial cloth believed to have covered Christ, confirming it dates back 2,000 years. The findings debunk prior claims that the shroud dates back to the Middle Ages and is a forgery. The shroud has been scientifically tested more than any other relic in history and reveals an image not made by human hands. Rather, the image could only be produced by several billion watts of ultraviolet radiation, an output incapable of being produced by any source of UV radiation known to man. This burst of tremendous light is believed to have occurred at the moment of Christ's resurrection. Absolutely fascinating. That is today's Catholic News Roundup. Get the latest news and updates by going to stellamaris.media, that is stellamaris.media, and signing up to our email list. And I would appreciate you helping to grow this channel by sharing this content and subscribing. As always, don't forget to visit our sponsor, realestateforlife.org. If you're buying or selling a home, it is the best and most pro-life way to do so. That is realestateforlife.org. And every time you help them, you also help us here at Stella Maris Media. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed week. I'm Christine Niles.